Sultai Death Shadow. So the basic game plan for this deck is to land efficient threats such as Shadow or Goyf while tempoing out the opponent with Thoughtseize, Drown in the Loch, Counter Magic, and removal spells. You can turn on Death Shadow by running a lot of fetch lands. We have 10 here. You can easily deal yourself more than 9 damage to get this online. And we're also using Brainstorm. This is a great card to filter out what you need depending on the matchup. This is why this deck is so efficient. You get to run Once Upon a Time, you get to run Mishra's Bauble to grow your Tarmogoyf. So starting turn 2, this can be a 4-5, turning on Stubborn Denial, turns it into a hard counterspell. We're running 19 lands, and 2 of those lands are utility lands. So even though we're running 19 lands, realistically we have only 17 untapped forces on turn 1. But Once Upon a Time adds to that. And this card also gets your threats. You can get Death Shadow, Tarmogoyf, making games feel a bit more consistent. Because usually the problem of this deck is that you don't find Death Shadow or the Goyf early on. Compared to Grixis Death Shadow, this is already Bowmasters proof since we don't run Ragavan or DRC. As for the sideboard, we have Stern Scolding for Yawgmoth or Veil of Summer for John, Grixis, anything with hand disruption, including Show and Tell. Pitting Needle, Tone, these two are mostly for the Yawgmoth matchups. Needle can do multi-purpose, can turn off a Necropotence, a Sneak Attack, an Oko. Aether Gust is effective against the Sultai decks, especially effective against natural order decks. Test of Talents. This is mostly just for the show and tell matchups. It could do some work against band control, I guess. You need to get rid of Swords to Plowshares. You have Bitter Triumph as removal for planeswalkers and creatures. Tutor to act as extra copies of sideboard cards. Legions End as a good way to kill zoo creatures, which are usually large. Acts as a 2 for 1 or maybe more if you get lucky. Tear Asunder for band control, Blood Moon decks, Fable. Unmoored Ego is mostly for the show and tell matchups. But if you really want to hedge your show and tell matchups, just add an additional test of talent. I wanted to play Unmoored Ego just to have a chance against Titanfield, just in case they're still in the ladder. They're basically non-existent now, but don't really know. That deck's really just atrocious against this deck. Anyway, let's play some games. We don't see a companion, so this is already a red flag. Usually you want to keep his hand, but since they don't have a companion, I suspect they might be on show and tell. So this is a better hand. I'll throw the Bowmasters away since they might have Thoughtseize for the Brainstorm. We don't want to get Loch on hand land. That's great. Now, they don't usually main deck, but I guess I'd go for Thoughtseize here, but I think Shaman is the best play here. Since we can Thoughtseize and then hold up ground the next turn. We get punished if they have push. This means that they might not be in show and tell. Now, first, we don't have to fire Brainstorm here. Alright, they're playing some sort of control deck. I guess we take the removal spell here. They could counterspell here. That's fine since we can maybe I brainstorm here. I think I brainstorm here. Try to look for a land. Push is bad. At this point, I don't want drown. Let's just get the shaman out. Huh. We're just gonna run out the Goyf. Stubborn denial here. Seems like they value the Deathrite Shaman more. Let's eat the graveyard. We're just going to hold up Counterspell. Probably take a Brainstorm. On second thought, I'm just going to fetch for a Survey land here. Alright, or not. I think we just Bowmasters here. Alright. They did get Fragmentary Reality. That fetches for either Deathrite Shaman or or Shadow. I'm just going to let it resolve. Let it resolve. Get a Shadow. Do we counter this? I think I actually counter this and then shoot myself with Bowmasters. That's great. Oh, they were missing a green land. Alright, I guess we get to test of talent here. They want to take out the Bauble. What else? Trim the I guess we cut the fatal push for Aether Gust, Bitter Triumph, Shooter, Talent, Tear Asunder for binding. Needle is also good here. Looks pretty clean to me. I'd say this is a slow hand, but we have Brainstorm and Fetch lands. We have to kind of worry about Stifle. Tutor. Hmm. Play here is just to get a fetch land. Then just play another fetch land. Play that red shaman. When they fetch, we fetch. There's no need to rush here yet. Let them fetch. Now we brainstorm. That's good. You want to put the delta on top. Now we just fetch a bunch. Let's see how many stifles they have. Looks like not enough. Let's Thoughtseize. At this point, we really just want to get out the stuff from their hand. I guess the biggest threat here is Charm. We're fine playing sorcery speed for a while. For example, here, I'll have to start with Dig first. Or maybe just shoot her into Bowmasters. You're gonna play a leyline binding for that, I guess. We get our own Deathrite Shaman. Alright. That's better. We're not gonna play out the Deathrite Shaman here. When they try to exile something from our graveyard, we respond with Dig. Alright, I guess it's time to dig. I think the best play here is to take the Fair and the Stubborn. Perfect. Do we just tear now? I guess it can wait. Uro is problematic. Shoot the Shaman for with the Bowmaster. So that if they replay Uro, it dies. Now we can just stare under the ley line. We're just gonna play the Deathrite Shaman out. Counter the Uro next turn. We want them to use their mana on Uro. They can only cast once. We just stubborn denial. This one. Eat the Uro. That's fine. Dash this in, get some damage. I think we keep this since we're up against Giganta. Hopefully this is a fetch land. Or at least a Deathrite Shaman. Seems like they're playing an aggressive version of maybe Gruul. Nice. Do we want another land? I don't think so. This is one problematic hand. I guess we take the Ragavan, then the Oko. Wow, that's pretty hard to beat. I guess we still take the extra Oko. Stay out an island. Try to represent a stubborn denial or spell tears. Hopefully they just play expressive iteration. They don't.
The brambles of truth twirl and curl. Choking out, surely you must be famished.
We'll have to fire off the brainstorm now since we have two plays next turn. I'll take more fetches. We're at a dangerously low life total here.
Oh dear.
Alright, a bolt shadow. We're gonna dig next turn. Alright, that works. Brainstorm is better here. I don't think we can win from the spot. We don't want Thoughtseize. We can't keep stubborn denial. They block. Which means what's our best out here? I guess fetch a swamp. Dig for a fatal push. We failed the check. Temur Midrange. Here we want Legion's End, Triumph, Gust, Scolding. Maybe a Needle. Got the bubbles out. Got the we don't have a black first. This is a better hand. We're going to Bloodstained Mire first. I'll try for a Surveil land. A land is nice. Play out the Bowmasters. This point we can brainstorm, tapping the blue black mana just in case we see Goyf. I'm gonna send a push and a I'm gonna send back a stubborn denial and a land. This just serves as a blocker for Ragavan. They don't look like they're going to play Blood Moon. Since we have double Fatal Push, we can get aggressive. Since we have Dig Through Time, we want to fill our yard. A Goyf is fine. We can just Fatal Push. me just relax. Looks like we can dig here. I don't want the client to crash, so they didn't fight over that. That's a good sign. I guess we just take two threats here. Alright, do we want to draw this? I don't think so. We can just counterspell that. Can go here. Another Ether Dust. A jar still. Alright. That's fine. Sure. I guess we just get the shadow out at this point. Sure. Seems like they're playing the control game harder. We won't be casting those anytime soon. Honestly, I might just Snapcaster here for value. Alright. What can they get for 2 mana? Oh my god. Insane. They can even grow the Lelia. So I let this go. Alright. Nice. That's a big font. They might have a bolt. That's why I didn't go for the dig. Just keep playing safe. This turn I can go for the kill. I let that go. They're dead next turn. The hearse is a little bit problematic, but we have needle. This is a bad hand. This shows the power of once upon a time. I'm going to keep. I'm thinking about how this game would go. Shaman. I think we get rid of the Legion's End. We need to have a blocker for Ragavan. I think they side those out. We hold back on the Shaman here. We don't want them to be efficient with their mana. I didn't want to play this fetch land since they might be on the Blood Moon clan now. Alright, now we can play the Shaman. We have the Aether Gust to protect us from getting O-Code. That's fine. That's slightly a problem. We might just get Undercity Sewers next turn. Try to find a land. This looks like let that play out. I think they have Veil of Summer here. We're just going to try and Aether Gust. Get green. Aether Gust. They go into Veil. Got to fill this. It's awkward not finding a land. We might just die to a bunch of veils. This is awkward. I think I push here. Probably either Gusty Lilia. Going to fetch an island. Preserve my life total a bit. Hopefully they top. We have the Scolding for that. Nice. All going according to plan. We don't play the shadow since we have counterspell. If they bugbear, we play the shadow next turn. I can play the shadow now. Nice. Fetch land value. Can't ping in yet. We're just going to get sewers here. Push is perfect. Now, we're going to take the Lurrus out. We're still not going for aggression here. That's nice. We're going to have to go aggressive now. They forgot to activate the first. Great stuff.